Go, Kathy.
Okay, so today we'll be talking about the periodic table of elements. Do any of you have any background information on that? Nope.
Have you heard about periodic table before?
No?
Okay, take a guess. What is a periodic table?
Yeah.
ABCs with numeral numbers.
It's one
You,
like
okay?
The elements.
Elements?
That make the octal.
Yeah, right. It's basically the alphabet of the elements. The elements are and it's the atom. If the atom is the building block of all matter, the elements are the building block of the whole universe. Matter or no matter. Although no matter would mean no elements.
So everything is made of atoms, okay? Even we are made of atoms. So the wood is made of atoms, this plastic is made of atoms. So atom is the smallest.
It's the smallest unit of matter. Do you see this edge? How many atoms do you think are in this edge? From top to bottom.
Atoms?
Yeah.
In the needle pinpoint, right? Yeah, millions of atoms.
Millions of trillions of gazillions. They're so small. Yeah. They're small that they're only 100 picometers wide.
Can you see them with a microscope?
Not the regular microscope.
An
You
electron
have something
microscope.
called as electron microscope, which is used to view the viruses. So with that microscope,
I'm not sure about how it works.
yeah. So I haven't seen an electron microscope has you just a room, okay? I haven't seen electron microscope in my life before, so I don't know much about that.
I
Yes.
think it might be just a map.
So, if you look in the electrical microscope, what color is it inside?
Well, we don't know that because we've never seen any, and we probably won't in our lives unless we go to work for some big science company like Argonne or Fermilab. But although in my opinion, I didn't study on these much, so I can't tell you if this is truth or fact. But I believe that they use a magnetic charge or something to see the electrons. So I'm not sure about it. So
Okay.
don't ask me.
So atom is the smallest thing, okay? So, okay? Did you get that? So this
let's-
camera is built of couple of capacitors, resistors, and then all the electric components. Like our body, everything in this universe is built up of atoms, okay? Atoms are the tiniest things which make up the structure.
So let's talk about. Can you move back? First, let's talk about the history of the periodic table elements. Once upon a time, yeah,
How many atoms are in your body? Like an average?
we can't know, but
Yeah, we'll come to that. I'll tell you like what is an atom and element and molecules.
So let's get to the
So
history
periodic
of
table is more like a dictionary, okay? Say dictionary, you can go and find the words and the meanings, right? It's arranged in a specific way, like alphabetical order, right? So likewise, periodic table is for the elements, okay? So if you see the picture, like you have heard about phosphorus, hey, drink your milk, you need calcium, right? Calcium is an element. And then like eat your phosphorus, it's gonna improve your memory and those things, right? And then don't play with that, that's flammable, that's mercury, and then it's gold. Gold is an element, right?
Hydrogen is
Yeah, hydrogen is an element, right? So everything is an element. Okay.
So periodic table of elements was first discovered by a guy named Dmitri Mendeleev. Imagine your mother taking you all the way across the earth, and you get rejected in St. Paul, at school in St. Paul. Then she travels all the way to America and gets you into school in Boston, I think. Then doing your life's work, your mother drops dead. You would want to make it up to her, so you become a physicist. Therefore, he discovered the periodic table elements after working very, very hard and became famous. One of the man-made elements that hasn't been discovered yet, I believe.
So you have many versions of periodic table. Some try to arrange the elements in a circular order and everything. Like they had so many disadvantages. The current one which we use is Mendelev's. Okay, that guy, the Russian guy, Russian American, he did this. Okay, he came from Russia and he designed this one. And this has much placeholders and is much more efficient. So till day we are using this periodic table. Okay.
So they
Yeah, go
actually
ahead.
named an element after this guy, which is a very big honor, considering that there's only 112 discovered ones. And I believe only 10 people have their names on the periodic table down there. It's probably less. But that
Okay,
just shows
okay,
how
let's
important
fast
he
enough,
was.
okay?
So-
So if now you know about atom, right? What do you think atom consists of? We learned that that's the smallest unit. What do you think atom is made up of?
It's the smallest unit of matter.
Yes,
There are 3 types of matter.
Electron, neutron, and proton.
exactly.
So they have 3 different charges. The neutron, or you might think that's impossible because there are only 2 charges, positive and negative. However, the neutron, it has no charge, which may seem impossible, but think about it. The human body has charge because we have iron in our body, but wood probably doesn't have a charge.
Okay, protons are positive and electrons are negative. Remember during magnet class and the electricity class, circuits class, we
talked
learned
about
the
electrons.
the biggest thing in the universe, like the solar system, how they work, and the smallest thing in the universe, atom, they kind of work the same way, right? In solar system, you have sun in the middle, and then the planets revolve around. What happens in the atom?
First, let's just focus on what the sun would be. Anyone have a guess?
So this is the model of an atom, okay? Say this is nucleus. This nucleus has what? This has neutrons and protons. And these are the orbits where the electrons revolve around. Okay, each element have different number of electrons. Okay, based on the number of electrons and number of protons, you have the type of an atom. Okay, element is group of atoms forming an element. Okay. Next, so if you see during electricity class, circuit class, we said. And magnet class, what did we say about north and north pole and north and south pole? What happens to the positive charge and positive, what happens to that?
They go apart.
They repel each other.
Yeah.
And then negative and positive.
They're trapped.
But then I told you in the nucleus, it consists of protons and protons. What do you think is going to happen? So they are held together in the nucleus. Kriti, what is a fun fact about if you imagine the atom is the size of a grape.
If the nearest cell, the first cell, will be 1 mile away.
Yeah. Say atoms, we told you how tiny it is, right? If this is an atom, you know this shell, first shell where the electrons are, it's going to be a mile away. So can you imagine the structure? Okay, it's going to be that far. And this nucleus, it's holding protons and protons together. Okay, say you have gold, you have 79 protons, 79 positive and positive held together in the tiny nucleus. So that, what do you think atom bomb and hydrogen bomb is? When you break the nucleus, it's called nuclear reactors, right? When you break the nucleus, what do you think is going to happen?
Explode.
Yeah, so all the positive and positive, right? All are held together. 70, say, example, in nuclear reactors, they use uranium. Uranium, what is the atomic number of uranium?
I think it's in the 90s. 92 uranium.
So 92. So 92 protons and protons, right? So they are held so close together. And if you break that, it's going to explode. So proton and proton repel each other, right? That's why it causes so much of distraction based on E is equal to mc square.
That's why the bonds are called nukes.
Nuclear. Nukes are one of the,
Nukes is the short form you use for nuclear, okay? So this is an atom model. That's what I have all this for craft work, whatever I have, right? So this was designed by Bohr, okay? Niels Bohr. He is the one who designed the atom model. If you see, each atom has a shell, right?
there are many shells. There's 7 shells in total. So we start with the K shell, which has a formula of n equals 1. Because the formula, as you can see here, is n squared times 2. So if a equals 1, n
very complex. So this is a Bohr's atom model. Do you see the first shell, second shell? They go through a mathematical process, okay? The first shell can handle only 2 electrons, okay? Guys, are you listening? It can handle only 2 electrons. If one is spinning in this direction, it needs to have a corresponding electron spinning in the opposite direction, okay? The second shell can have 8 electrons. The third shell can have 18, and the other shell has 32. So it goes to the formula 2n square, okay? Based on the number. So many number of electrons can be done. So let's do an activity. Take an example of beryllium, okay? Beryllium has 4 electrons. Can somebody build a nucleus? Okay, if I'm going to ask you to both to build the nucleus. You are going to give me the electron. How does it look like? Use red for neutrons and use white for protons.
What?
So what is the atomic number? 4, right?
Yeah.
So how many, and then atomic mass is like, what is it, 9. So it will be, usually the number of neutrons is same as number of protons. So how many protons are going to be there? If the atomic number is 4, how many electrons are there?
4.
How many number of protons are there?
9.
4.
No, 4.
Yeah.
Put 4 in front.
Yes.
You guys need any help?
4 of each.
So first shell, okay?
2.
You have 2 electrons. What happens to the second shell?
There's 2
How many electrons are there now? 2. What is atomic
Just
number?
an atom.
Put your
They
finger
make
in
up
it,
everything.
like this.
What is atomic number of beryllium?
Oh, it's gonna fall out.
That's when you never class an atom. It's based on
Right? So
Is this it?
Hey, Debbie.
this is beryllium, okay? Say, did you guys build it? So this is the nucleus, okay? This is nucleus, and these are the electron structure. This is how an atom for beryllium looks like. Oh, sounds good? Did you get that? Guys, did you get that? Okay, next. If I'm asking you to build fluorine, okay? The atomic number is 9. How would you build it?
And then 5 more of each.
So atomic number is 9. So how many electrons are there?
So we would have 5 more. We would have
Right,
5
so,
more.
yeah.
Right here.
Yes.
It is number
Yes.
4. So it will have 4
And
electrons.
5,
There's the same number of protons in all electrons in it.
6,
And they have to be in order.
7,
So the first cell can hold 2, and the second cell can
No,
hold
wait, we both take
See this?
There you
These are
go.
cells. These cells are this.
okay. Do you get that? So hey, do you get that? You understood how the electrons are going to be arranged? Do you get that? You know how to build a nucleus, right? Put it down. Next, Karthi, come on, honey. Karthi. Kriti, why don't you come and take over? Come on. Any doubts about the nucleus or electrons? So now you know how to build. Now you know how to arrange electrons in the atom, right? Now how atom looks like. Okay, so electrons. The one difference between the solar system and the atom is they don't know how the electrons move. Okay, in solar system the planets move in an orbit, elliptical orbit. They have one specific path. Okay, but in the atom you don't have specific path for the electrons. There is the shell. The electron can be found in any place. How it is moving, nobody knows. Okay, say if this is rotating this level, this is S shell, there's K shell, this is L, and this is M. Okay, so this is how an atom looks like. Okay, this is the periodic table. So right in front of you, everyone has a periodic table. Okay,
So let's talk about these. Let's talk about these sections.
You look at this. You get them to say.
So all these unknown properties are ones that happen.
do you see the little? It's colorful, right? Why do you think? What do you think is colored? Kate, continue.
So all these, there's a color-coded section of this.
Okay, we don't have time.
So wait, what time is it?
Oh shit. Okay, continue.
And we're gonna go. We might have to turn this into a 2-class lesson.
Guys, focus. So you see the periodic table. What do you think the colors represent?
The metals,
Yeah, the metals.
the types of elements, specific the types of
The metals.
So the
and
periodic
non-metals.
table is grouped based on the properties of the element, right?
Metals and non-metals.
Okay, so this is where I wanted to tell you.
But there's one other
So
type,
the
the metalloid.
The first column, right? The first column. If you see, it has lithium. These are called alkalis. Okay? Alkalis. And then this is called, let's go to the noble gases. You know what noble gases mean?
No, all I know is that I'm guessing it's some type of gas.
Okay. So, when I told you the shells, right? If the shells are already filled with electrons, if they are filled with electrons, they are not going to react with anyone, okay? Say you are a noble gas, say you have $1. I'm sending you to McDonald's, okay? You buy an ice cream, you eat yourself, okay? You have $1, the cost of the ice cream is $1.
Wait, what
You-
about tax?
Tax doesn't count.
Ignore the tax, okay? And you have $1.01, and you have 99 cents, and you want to buy this ice cream, but you have an extra cent and you are lacking 1 cent. You are alkaline, okay? Your shell is not complete. One is missing. You understand? And you have extra in your shell, okay? So what do? You kind of like, you give him the 1 cent. But then since you are sharing, you owe each other, right? Then you buy the ice cream and you share and eat.
So I get one big bowl that's worth $2.
Yes, so that's how you form the salts and molecules, okay? Element is same group of atoms, okay? You have molecules when you have different type of elements. Do you understand? But she doesn't need to share because she's a noble gas. Her electron is full. She doesn't owe anyone anything and she doesn't need to share.
It's
Okay.
The electron shell either needs to be 8 or 0. If it's 0, that means that it's completely stable. And if it's 8, that means that it's also stable. You don't know exactly why or how. There are 3 conditions for being a noble gas. 1, you have an electron shell of 8. 2, you have your outer shell is good. It has a complete shell. And 3, you have 8 electrons in your outer shell.